let's go into the first graph, the straight line. Now, as a grade 11 and 12, you've been introduced to this from grade 9 already. So there's certain of the processes I'm going to go through a little faster than others. So let's start with the first graph, the straight line. So now, question in the exam, we're going to do sketching first, right? So let's split the board into two. Let's split the board, and let's put here, this is where we're going to sketch, process for sketch, and this is a process for finding the equation. Finding the equation. So if the question in the exam says sketch, that's the process you will follow. If the question says find the equation, then that's the process that you will follow. We're going to do for each graph. So let's start with the first one, the straight line. Now the straight line graph, the question is going to say sketch, there's the question, f of x, which we know is y, that's your y value, is equal to 2x plus 4. Answer. What is the process? We use what we call the dual intercept method, and I'm sure you, or the double intercept method, whichever terminology your teachers use. So let's start here. What is the dual intercept method? We're going to start let x equal to 0. So if we make x equal to 0, we now need to find y. So make x 0. So y is equal to 2 into 0 plus 4. So y is equal to 0 plus 4, y is equal to 4. Fairly simple. Remember, I'm not going to do 100 different examples. I'm going to do one model. One model of sketching, one model of finding the equation. You will just copy and paste in the exam. The values will just change. Please understand, these are the steps that you need to take. So, let x equal to 0, y is equal to 4. Now you've got to give y also a chance. Let y equal to 0. So let y, that's y, let that be 0. So what am I left with? 2x plus 4 is equal to 0. Solve for x. So let y equal to 0. Let's solve for x. 2x is equal to negative 4, normal equation, divide by 2, x is equal to minus 2. There we go. There's your two intercepts, 0 and 4, 2 and minus 2 and 0. We go to our graph. Let's go there. 0 on my x, 4 on my y. 0 on my x, 1, 2, 3, 4 on my y. Remember, that's your y-axis, that's your x-axis. And minus 2 and 0, minus 1, minus 2, that's 4. And this is negative 2. We just join the dots, making a straight line with a double arrow showing that they both go on to infinity. Call it graph F, and game over. Problem solved. You've sketched the graph. Not many marks, 3 marks or 4 marks. What's very important is that you need to understand how to sketch it, because when we do application, and this will be utilized in analytics, it will be used in the least squares regression line when you are doing data handling. So please make sure that you understand these processes. What's the process? Go through it again quickly with me. Let x equal to 0, solve for y. Let y equal to 0, solve for x. That is how we sketch a straight line. Okay, let's now go on to finding the equation of a straight line. Do you want to do one more example of sketching a straight line? Let's do one more example quickly. So I hope you've taken this down. I hope you've taken this down, and I hope you guys are all working with me. Make up an example. Let's call it g of x. G of x is equal to minus 3x plus 18. Let's sketch that graph. Question, answer. What did I say? What's the process? Let x equal to 0. So let x equal to 0. We now got y is equal to, that's 0. What am I left with? 18. Good. Let y equal to 0. Let y equal to 0. I got minus 3x plus 18 equals to 0. Solve for x. Minus 3x is equal to minus 18. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. X is equal to 6. Go to your graph. X is equal to 6. Y is equal to 18. There we go. There's your two intercepts. 18 on your y, 6 on your x. Take your ruler. Okay, I don't have a ruler here, but in any case, sketch your straight line graph and call it graph G. And there we go. Problem solved. Finding the equation. Now there's many ways in which your teachers show you how to find the equation, and this is such an important concept in mathematics. Finding the equation of a straight line graph. Now, we have a straight line. Here we go. Watch this. That's 10 and that's 5. This is graph F. The question says that this graph is given by ax squared plus q, or it can say, ax plus q or mx plus c. Right? Y is equal to ax plus q. Find a, find q. Find m, find c. It's the same thing. A and m represents your gradient. C or q represents your y-intercept. Remember, that represents gradient and that represents y-intercept. So I'm going to show you a shortcut of doing this. Boys and girls, I know there's many, it's only worth 2 marks. Now if it's worth 2 marks, do you think you need to go through a long process? No, you don't. I'm going to show you a shortcut. All you do is you say f of x is equal to mx plus c. What's your c value? 10. That's your y-intercept, 10. And all we do, we change the sign of the y divided by keep the sign of the x. So plus 10 will become minus 10 to find my m value. Plus 5 will stay plus 5. Change the sign of y divided by keep the sign of x. Minus 10 over 5, minus 2, and the problem is solved. And there we go. We've now found the equation in one step.